Leave.
All right, well, I'm not touching this game with any of my real money because we're in total disagreement, and that does not bode well for me. Because I like Buffalo.
That means all in for me,
Yeah,
baby. Put the cards all on the fucking table, baby.
Yeah, we're in total. I like.
Friends, countrymen, fellow degenerates, welcome back to this divisional round playoff of Bets and Buds. We're the Buds helping you cash your bets. I am Jason Smoking Token.
I'm Bobby Light. How we doing, guys?
We got this playoff action going, baby. We're getting down to that final 4 games left.
Yeah.
It's bittersweet, brother. We got good football coming, but it's kind of sad because we know we're coming to the end.
Yep. And we were just talking about it before we went on. It's like, it's going to get sad.
Yeah, it's going to get sad. We're going to have to start paying attention to fucking college basketball and NBA and St. Louis Cardinals, at least. St. Louis Cardinals, St. Louis Blues. Hopefully the Blues give us some hot action to root for.
Hopefully they can pick it up.
Yeah, hopefully they can pick it up. But let's see what happens, going forward. Man, what a season. What a season.
Yes, sir.
What a game. We should have some hella games going on this week.
I like these games last week, but what about last week's games?
Oh,
talk about
man. You know what? Let's address it. Let's address it. You know, he didn't, you know what? I'll give you your shit back here. We'll give you your shit just for a minute. The Green Bay fucking Grinch came and stole all our Christmas gifts. Came and stole all our fucking women. Stole all the fucking food, all the Christmas ham and all that shit. Burned our village. Fucked up Whoville all over the town in Dallas. Fuck them drunken Packers.
That was fucking brutal.
Oh, that was brutal. And guess what? We got to rerun it back because Mike McCarthy is coming back.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. Mike McCarthy is coming back. They announced it today. He is coming back.
That's a shame.
So we'll see. Yeah, it is a shame, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, so it means no Belichick. But here's my theory on that. Before we dive into this action, here's my theory on that. Why he's going to probably go to the Falcons. The NFC South is prime for the taking. It is prime for it. So if you build a Belichick team right now, all he needs is a quarterback there that's halfway respectable. Because Arthur Smith went 7-10 with Desmond Ritter and Taylor Heineke. So if he gets anything respectable down there, whether they pull off a trade and get Justin Fields down there, Russell Wilson down there as a stopgap, get a young quarterback, I think a lot could happen for Atlanta, especially with that division being wide open. The Saints brought Dennis Allen back.
Yeah.
The Saints brought Dennis Allen back, so there's not going to really be a lot of turnover. Ty Bowles is back there, so they're going to do another Baker Mayfield. Carolina's a dumpster fire, going to be a dumpster fire because until Tepper figures out his shit, he's not going to get any quality coaches that wants to come down there and coach for him.
Right.
So they're not going to want to meet with him on Monday morning and explain why they did what and who for who. Not any respectable coach. No way. No way. So let's go ahead and dive into this first game of action here, brother.
I've been sleeping. I keep sleeping on Houston. I don't know why I keep sleeping on Houston. I didn't.
That was my one big parlay.
You nailed it.
That was my one big smoking token parlay hit I got last week.
Because Houston just keeps getting it done. C.J. Stroud is a fucking
animal. He's a beast, man. He's a fucking beast. I thought he was the best quarterback coming out of that draft. I still say it. He's still grinding. Now, those Ravens, it's going to be a tough game.
Oh, that's a solid all-around team. Run, throw, defense, like special teams. They've got it all.
Oh, yeah, they do. They got it. Well, and first off, so let's talk about weather in this game before we even dive into this. So the weather in this game, they're talking about it's going to be like roughly about like 18 mile-per-hour winds, 30 mile-per-hour gusts is what they're calling for during the course of the game. So, in that, we got to factor that in because that might interfere with some of what Houston does with C.J. Stroud. This is where we're going to find out how strong of an arm he actually has.
He really has, yeah.
Yeah, this is where we're going to find out how strong of an arm he really has. The other part that's going to be a little bit dangerous for them is them having Justin Tucker as a kicker kicking through that wind.
He knows how to do it.
And then you got, was it Fairbairn?
Yeah, Fairchild.
Fairbairn. I always forget how to say his name.
Fairbairn, I think.
Yeah, something like that. Fairbairn, something along those lines. He's not Justin Tucker.
No, he's not.
We know that. So that's going to kind of like play a little hindrance in that game. Who do you like in this one, Bobby?
I actually like Baltimore to win this one at home, but I like Houston to cover that 9.5 points.
We're in agreement on that.
And I like the over because I had it sitting at 43.5, and to me that still just seems kind of the lowest game of the.
And that's through DraftKings?
Yeah.
See, I had him at 44.5.
44.5? Okay, they had him at 43.
Either way, on that end, I like the under.
You like the under?
So that's the only difference we have in this game is I like the under. I like the under in that one big time.
Oh, well, we're going to split. We both ended up going 5-1 on the over-under last week.
Yes, we did. We went 5-1 on the over-under. I think I went 3-3 on the spread. I think I went 4-2 on the money line. So, I'll take that. Definitely take that.
Who do you? I like, as far as this game actually goes, if you're going to play a daily fantasy, you got to go with Zay Flowers. I think Zay Flowers is the man.
You know what? That was one that I was kind of leaning on, Bobby, as far as for an anytime touchdown scorer in this game.
That's who I have as part of my anytime touchdown scorer. Give me Zay Flowers.
Okay. All right. Did you do any parlay at all for this?
I do. I actually have not put together anything for individual games. I've just put together my stuff for lumping them all together.
Okay, so I did lump them out for each individual game. That's how I roll. Like you guys know, if you heard anything at plus 500 or more is what I'm always looking for action-wise. They always pay off well. I can bet $100, win $1,300, $1,400. I can lose every bet the whole game, just like last week. I still had a plus $900 profit.
That's right.
Still had a plus $900 profit. Gives me more juice, more seed money to go ahead and keep gambling with. So actually what I have on this game here is I got a 5-leg parlay.
Oh,
five-leg, yes. 5-legger on this one. Because once we start getting down to the nitty-gritty, everybody's going to be going for the gusto. So I like the Texans to cover that 9.5. I like the Ravens on money line. I like Lamar Jackson over passing 227.5 yards. I like C.J. Stroud, his rush yards, 8.5 yards, rushing over. And I also like Zay Flowers over receiving 47.5 yards receiving. Okay. That pays out at plus 1250.
Oh, wow.
Plus 1250. That's that juicy. You know, that's right up my alley, brother. Anytime we start talking that relating, that's right up my fucking alley.
Well, I definitely like Flowers out of this game to score. He's part of my anytime.
Hey, when you said that, your 3-time fantasy championship, when you said, hey, they go for that, hey, that made me feel real good as far as anything. Because if he's going to get in the end zone, I like his over on that. So my only threat would be how much is Lamar Jackson going to have to pass, and if C.J. Stroud get that one little scramble, then he breaks him out and get that yard.
He usually gets
that's pretty much that's the way it's going to go there. All right. So then next up, we've got the Packers at the Niners. Packers at the Niners.
This ought to be a good game. This actually took this. This will take the top spot for most NFL playoff meetings of all time.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I think it does.
This will be the number 10th or 9th or 10th time they've played.
I mean, it's going to be a battle. It's going to be a battle. But
it is in San Francisco.
With that being said, though, also too, I think that the Packers, with everybody being hyped on that train right now, we as Cowboy fans, we see what they do, the type of disappointment and the levels they do.
Yep.
The reason why the Packers were able to do a lot of what they did to the Cowboys is because they were undersized at linebacker. You won't have that problem with Fred Warner and Drayvon. Was it with Greenlaw? Yeah. Yep. When you got Greenlaw and Fred Warner there's no way they're going to be able to run free all over the
49ers are going to get a pass rush.
Oh yeah, they're going to get a pass rush because they got their front four is going to be like they got a controlled rush. And so the one thing that Jordan Love is not going to be able to do on some of those off-timing throws as easily just because of how disciplined the Niners defense is. Right. Well, the Cowboys defense is more based off of creating a lot of commotion and chaos within your offensive scheme. The Niners on that end, they're just going to play a defensive game, beat you the hell up, and say, you better beat us nose to nose, face to face, and let's see what happens. So I actually like the Niners to cover that 9.5.
Okay, you like the Niners?
Yes, I actually believe this is going to be a boat race game.
Okay.
I believe it's going to get, like, when you get all gets down to the final score, I see this being like a 17-point win for the Niners.
Okay. Well, I like that 9.5 for Green Bay, so I'm going to take Green Bay. But I like San Francisco to win. And give me the under. I have 50.5.
Yeah, 50.5. I have 48.5 as of 2 hours ago. Okay. I have 48.5. But either way, I still take
like the under.
Yeah, I like the under. I like the under on that one. 48.5, even like regardless of how that works. So that's where I'm leaning on for that game there. Who do you like as far as any type of fantasy standout?
As far as I got anytime touchdown coming out of every game, and this one's Ayuk. I think.
Okay, Brandon Ayuk.
This one. Yep.
Yeah, this is kind of an Ayuk timing type game.
It seems like a good Ayuk.
Yes, definitely, because I mean, like typically, well, we'll see what happens as far as if he gets Jair Alexander guarding him on that end, because Jair Alexander might take him out because Debo usually is in a matchup because how much he moves around in their offensive scheme. So, like, I mean, I like Ayuk as far as from that end, as long as Zaire isn't just like Jair Alexander isn't locked up on him the whole time.
What you got in this
one? All right, so this one here, this is a nice little juicy one, even juicier than the first one here. I like the 49ers money line. I like Christian McCaffrey anytime touchdown score. I like Jaden Reed anytime touchdown score.
Oh, wow.
George Kittle with the receiving yards over 53.5 yards receiving. And I like Romeo Doubs over 36.5 yards receiving. Right there, that little combination right there pays out at 14.87.
Okay.
Plus 14.87. So that's money line for the Niners. McCaffrey with a touchdown. Jaden Reed with a touchdown. Kittle over 53.5 yards receiving. And Romeo Dobbs over 36.5 yards receiving. Plus 14.87. Nice juicy props right there. I feel like that's going to be in play the whole game.
Yeah, that should be.
Yeah, like for me, I always, like we said earlier in the season, if I got my plays and bet the entire game, I feel like I got my money's worth gambling-wise. I do. I feel like I got to get my whole game in play versus gambling-wise.
No, that's a good one. I like that one because that is all possible.
Oh, yeah, very possible. You can see it playing out that way. And again, once you're doing your parlays, trying to teach people how to gamble and bet on this sport, especially during playoff time, try to tell a story of the game in your head. If you can tell a story of the game in your head, then that's what you roll with. That's how you kind of keep that train rolling. If you get that juice rolling just the right way.
No, that's a good one. You said that was
14.87 plus 14.87. Yes. That was my highest pop for this week. All right, so the next up we got the Bucs who destroyed those Eagles.
They did, man. Woo!
And those brand new Lions who actually came through big.
They came through.
Matthew Stafford.
It was a tighter game than I expected.
They did. It was
nice.
You know what? But the Rams covered.
They did.
The Rams covered, so I got a cover on that one. But at 24-23, I wasn't expecting the Lions to pull that one out, but they did. It was one of those games to see maybe this organization is turning the corner. Maybe they are turning the corner. So who do you like in this game here,
I like Detroit all day long. I like to cover that 6.5, win at home. Yeah. But I like the under. I got 49.5 here.
You got 49.5?
Nope.
Okay. All right, so you know what? We're exactly the same on this one here. I actually like the Lions to cover that 6.5. Obviously hit the money line. And I like the under. I had them at 48.5.
Yeah,
but either way, I like that. I just don't know if the Bucs are going to score enough, and I think they can put up enough defense to kind of slow them down.
They can. But yeah, it's the Bucs scoring.
Yeah.
Like even though Detroit's defense can be suspect, I just don't see the Bucs.
They can't run the ball.
No,
they can't run the ball. Both pass defenses are susceptible to big plays, but
Rashad White's averaging 3.1 yards a rush.
I mean, it's been a rough season. Yeah. I mean, very similar to what the Cowboys dealt with as far as from a running game this year. I mean, like one of the quietest 1,000 yards rushing was Tony Pollard this year. What he averaged 65 yards a game essentially.
Yep, and White only ended up with 921 this year.
Yeah, it was 990. It was 990. He was 10 yards short of 1,000 yards, but he did have 500 and some yards receiving this year, though.
All right,
he did have 500 plus receiving this year, so he is a multi-purpose back.
I mean, they're going to have to get him involved.
They're going to have
for them to have any chance.
Yeah, any chance, because otherwise they're going to drop back on Mike Evans and Chris Godwin and see what they can do from that end because they know there's no threat on the run.
Well, I like Mike Evans to score a touchdown in this game.
You do?
Yes,
all right,
I do.
All right, okay. Well, I like that. I like that you just said that. I love that you said that because when you hear my parlay, this is the reason why. I like the Lions to hit that money line. Amon-Ra St. Brown anytime touchdown score. Okay. Mike Evans anytime touchdown score. And then Jahmyr Gibbs over 22.5 yards receiving. That one plays out at plus 855.
855? No,
855. I love that one right there. That's probably one of my best ones of the week. But at plus 855.
So Brown didn't score last week.
No, he didn't.
He did
but you know what he did have?
A big
7 catches. Out of 7 targets, all went for first downs.
Yeah.
All went for first downs.
He's a monster.
He is. He's a monster. He's a beast. And you know what? I feel like that might be a game. He's going to find his way into the end zone.
Okay,
so I like that one a lot. All right. So the next up, man.
The most exciting game of the weekend.
Oh, yeah. Most exciting.
This is most exciting.
By far. This is our new Brady Manning. Matchup. What do we go back to? What are some of the other matchups? What Steve Young, Brett Favre?
Yeah, Steve Young, Favre.
We can go back to
Aikman Young.
You can go back even to back to old days. Bradshaw, Stabler. If you for your really old school people that understand and remember those times. I'm not even old enough for that shit. I wasn't alive to see that shit. But
that was before me.
But as a football historian, I understand the relevancy. But this is kind of our new age rivalry.
It is. It's a good one too. This is
This is the fourth time. I think it's
5 years. Yeah,
I think it's the 7th time they've met, all the way around. I think it's gonna be the third or fourth time in playoffs. Mm-hmm. Third or fourth, I think. Fourth time. Yeah, it'll be 4th time I think in playoffs.
So what do you think?
All right, so with this game here, you know what? Everybody's on that Bill train that they're playing good, and but I can't believe
it. You like
it.
the Kansas City?
Yes, I do. I can't go against Mahomes, man.
Okay.
I cannot go against Patrick Mahomes. I cannot go against how good that defense has played. The Bills' defense took a couple more injuries this last week, too, on top of it. I just don't see how they're going to be able to keep Mahomes out, Rashid Rice came in. He could make a big play.
He balled last week.
Pacheco's going to be playing big ball. The one thing that's nice about with what the Bills defense and the way they play that soft two, that two high safety, the look all the time with Micah Hyde and Jordan Poyer. So you're not going to get a lot of big plays on them. But the Chiefs haven't been living off big plays this year.
No,
they've been playing off Patrick Mahomes, playing his precise football. Pacheco pounding that ball on you. So I like the Chiefs to be, they're 2.5 dogs on the road. I like them to cover that. Obviously hit the money line. I like the under at 45.5 because it's going to be a grimy, dirty game, I believe.
All right. Well, I'm not touching this game with any of my real money because we're in total disagreement, and that does not bode well for me. Because I like Buffalo.
That means all in for me, baby. Cut the cards all on the fucking table, baby.
Yeah, we're in total. I like the over in this game, actually. And Kansas City or Buffalo to get it done.
All right. So I threw one out there that was kind of wild. I threw 2 bets out there.
Oh, and Josh Allen's going to get a rushing touchdown.
You like Josh Allen, a rushing touchdown?
Rushing touchdown.
You know what? I went the last couple weeks with him on him get a rushing touchdown. He got in there, especially with that 50-yard rush. And I was like, man, you know what? I'm going to stay away from let me stay off of Josh Allen this week. But I have 2 bets. So 2 bets for this game for Smoking Token playoff parlay. Smoking Token playoff parlay. I like the Chiefs money line. Kelsey anytime touchdown and Stephon Diggs anytime touchdown. That pays off at plus 924.
All right, that's a good one.
But if you want to add a little bit more juice onto that one, and watch how this works. And this is how you guys got to pay attention when you gamble. Sometimes one little extra leg can ramp that shit up so much more. If you add Justin Watson onto that bet for 20.5 yards receiving, plus 1751.
Oh shit! It almost doubles.
Plus 1751.
Okay.
I mean, how can I say no to that?
No,
because that's a 1 yard, get like 2 yard catch. Because I mean that's 1 catch, 2 catches by Justin Watson.
2 first downs, and
because there's been times early in the season when he was the most reliable receiver for the Chiefs.
Yeah, for like the first 10 weeks.
For the Chiefs, for the first couple weeks.
Doing anything.
Oh yeah, I mean, so for me, I look at it like, you know what? At this standpoint of the game, I look at it like, let's go. It's any man's game. Any man's game right now at this point. That. So with that being said, that leaves us with who do we have here? So I think we both have what's that? Ravens, and you picked the Bills for this one?
Yeah, I like the Bills in this one.
Yeah. Okay.
So this is the only game we actually disagree on as far as I got every home team winning. You've got Kansas City going in and taking it. But okay, so if you bet the home team to win, $100 you get $339.50. That's if you take the home team to win. If you flip the KC Buffalo game, it actually kicks it up to $453.90.
Okay.
And that would be the one that I would be the most on the fence about out of any of them.
Right.
So if you bet so if you take Houston to cover, Green Bay to cover, Detroit to cover, Buffalo to cover, $1,265. $1,265.
You know, that's right up my alley.
That is right up your alley. And if you take the over in Houston, Baltimore, the under Green Bay 49ers, under Tampa Bay, Detroit, and the over in Kansas City, that is $1,305.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I like that one a lot. So yeah, I mean, you're looking really good on that end. I mean, let's see. It's gonna be fun, man.
It's gonna be a good weekend.
It's gonna be a fun, good weekend. We got 2 games each day, Saturday and Sunday. I have one more pick here.
Okay.
One more little out there. Like, I mean, it's not even really out there. I feel like this is very feasible to do, and I almost feel like it's almost due when those chickens are gonna be ready to come home to roost. And that one is Christian McCaffrey, 2 touchdowns. Travis Kelce, 2 touchdowns. Okay. 25-40 plus 25-40.
All right.
Plus 25-40. So those 2 players get 2 touchdowns apiece plus 25-40.
25-40.
So you throw a $100 bet out there, it's $2,500 payout right there.
That's a good
so
one.
that's what I'm going to throw out there, just as a little bit of juice. That's going to be my half-2 bet. The only thing I don't want to see is that the fucking Taylor Swift. Yeah. That is like I don't want to see that again. But I like it just because the fact that, you know, as Cowboy fans, we get the hate from the league. We get the hate from the national public all the time.
Let the Chiefs have it.
The Chiefs are coming. It is coming.
Let them
let them get one more weekend of Taylor Swift doing her fucking shit this week. You know, all that shit. You know, I'll take that.
Yeah. So my 4 anytime touchdown scores: Flowers, Ayuk, Evans, Allen, 2,061-10.
Oh, nice.
So
nice. I like that one. I got another one I'd love to throw out there later on this week. So we have to keep following and tracking that down. But yeah, it's, you know what?
This is gonna be a good one.
No, this is gonna be a good one, bro.
What's it was 3 o'clock on the Saturday game?
Oh yeah, I think it's 3. I think it's 3 o'clock on a Saturday, 7 for the prime time. I think we have noon? Do we have noon?
3 and 6.
Noon what?
3 and 6 on Saturday.
3 and 6
Sunday 3 and 6, noon 4 and 8.
Oh, okay. All right. Oh, well, they got to make sure they have a primetime game.
Right.
The NFL's not stupid. They got to make sure they got to have one primetime game. So I wouldn't think they would have made it that early. Okay. So, yes, absolutely. 'Cause that's kind of like, doing a divisional round.
Yeah.
Divisional round always usually starts as usually like a 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock kickoff.
3:30,
they make sure they got to make sure they have some primetime action. You know what? Director Dave's the only one that has a team in there, so fuck you, Dave.
Yeah, that's it.
Fuck you, Dave.
I mean, I would like to see Detroit actually make the Super Bowl for the first time ever. That would actually be a cool little story. But it's not happening.
I don't see it happening. Number one, number two, fuck Detroit. I'm a Cowboys or Bucs guy. You know
I get you.
Yeah. Actually, the only team, if I'm going to say I'm going to have a rooting interest right now, only because I like the man being his own agent, being his own advocate, Lamar Jackson.
Okay.
Lamar Jackson has gotten disrespected. There were so many teams at the beginning of the season that said, "Oh no, we don't want Lamar Jackson.
Right.
I won't take Lamar Jackson. You're not going to take a 2-time MVP. What are we doing,
runs
man?
like a deer.
Yeah, the dude he runs like a deer. He can sling the ball with a flip of wrist. So for me, I actually just to validate his career.
Okay.
To validate his career, I want to see Lamar Jackson win this. Okay. So that's the only reason why I kind of am glad. I didn't feel like the Cowboys were a Super Bowl winning team this year. Mm-hmm. I didn't feel that. I told you during remember the trade deadline. If we go back and look at the video, during the trade deadline, I remember saying the Cowboys' only chance of winning the Super Bowl this year is that they got Derrick Henry in that trade deadline.
Oh, yeah, and they did. I do remember you saying
when they didn't pull that off, I didn't feel like they had a chance to win the Super Bowl this year at all. Because they had to be able to control the ball. They had to be able to control the ground game. So for me, at this point now, once my team is out, I'm bet free to root bet.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
I can bet on everybody with no emotion, no. I can disregard any feelings that I might have personally and just kind of dive right into this full thing all the way. So right now, the Ravens are my front runners of who I want to go and see win this whole thing. Just from an organization standpoint, I respect what they do football-wise.
Oh, they're good.
There's a lot of picks that they've grabbed over the years, and I'm like, damn it, that was right there. It's dialed up for the Cowboys to pick up. Last one was Trevor Lindenbaum, the center that they have right now playing for them. And then when they drafted Tyler Smith over Lindenbaum. That was my last pick that I was like, you know what? I think they just draft right. They do.
Jerry does not. He does not draft.
You know what? Jerry doesn't draft bad. I think the organization just has too much pressure on the team. And not only that, but you can't have a practice facility. Sometimes shit can be too nice. The practice facility has these luxury rooms all around all the practice field. Guys can be renting and who knows what type of spies you have up inside there's too much that goes on. Okay. And that's why there was probably a hard press to get Belichick into that building. But again,
look at all this room you could spy with.
Yeah, sometimes. That was going to be a big no-no. I think with Belichick, you take one tour of that, and he probably even had to take a tour. It's a well-known.
Right.
That's like the worst hidden secret in the NFL. It's like, guess what? You want to watch the Cowboys practice? Rent a room. Rent a fucking room. Jesus. So you know what? That's been the season, brother. For getting down. Next up, we got championship weekend.
Next weekend, we'll know the 4 teams left, and that one. Then I'll be really sad.
Yeah, it'll be close to being really sad. But we got some new merch coming. So the next episode, we will have some new merch coming. Okay. So we got some new merch printed up, some more T-shirts, things out there.
I haven't seen it.
So we'll have some new merch coming out. Also, too, on top of that, we're looking for a live show. Right before Super Bowl time, we want to do a live aired show from the bar location at Throwbacks Bar and Grill, where it's our home bar where we all congregate at, watch football, root for it, say fuck your team, have a good time. It's all in good love and good fun. Guys, it's been a great season. Shout out to True on the Track. Make sure you like and subscribe. Hit that comment section. It's been a blast riding with you guys all season long.
Hell yeah, Jason.
Beautiful time, brother. Beautiful time. Peace. Thanks out to Director Dave. We love you, brother.